Has either of y'all tried to brew beer yourself?
To personally, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was just curious. I mean, I something I thought about a while back because my brother, I mean, you know, we both drink a lot of beer too, and like we've always.
I want to.
You know, I think it's what, man. It's funny because the whole conversation I was having with the dude, like the guy I was talking about out there in Illinois, is that, you know, he had called into the radio show I listened to, and his entire question was like, how come more black people don't get down with craft beer? He's like, you know, and the city he lives in is on the border of Iowa and Illinois. The name of that brewery is called Radicle Effect, but like, it's a 20% black city, which to me is surprising because, I mean, to be honest, like 20% is a pretty large black population in any town. It's larger than the U.S. average, right?
Sure.
And so, but the fact that it sits on the border of Iowa and Illinois, it's like 3 hours west of Chicago. But his whole thing was trying to get more people of color into brewing. It was like, man, it's less than 1%, maybe even like less than, you know, 0.75% of the entire industry is black. You know, so you're talking, he's like, when I go to conventions, when I go to different places, I don't see anybody that looks like me. And it's kind of crazy to think that, you know, there's just a lot of opportunity. And his whole thing is trying to inform people about the opportunity there's for black folks and for people of color in general to get into this industry because there's such a void. You know, he's like, even if it's just from the employee standpoint, just from being somebody who works in it from the ground up or just being an owner, he's like, a lot of black folks ain't brewing. Like, why not, you know, why not try your hand at it? And I always think, man, I mean, I've been doing this thing like, you know, we all drink craft brew. Me and my brother been into this shit for so long. We used to go back and forth just trading pictures, not even on Untappd, just like, hey, I just drank this and kind of like bragging on it. And he brewed some of his own last year for the first time. He got a little kit and tried it, you know. I didn't have it either, but he said it was okay. But it's something different from like home brewing in a kit to actually like creating something that's worthy of like a name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the only person I really know who's tried it was Neely, and she actually brewed like it was her and somebody else. This is a homegirl that Brian went to elementary school with, and we kind of connected in Charlotte with her through my brother, and like she brewed something. It was a stout that was really tasty, man. I can't remember the name of it, but you know, shout out to her, man. Female brewer, man. Like she knew what she was doing, and it was a good brew. But it's probably not for me. Like I would, you know, I may contribute like an ingredient, you know, but the science of it, man, is probably, you know, it's too much.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's labor of love. I knew this guy back in the day. He used to brew, and he was really into it. But what he told me was he would actually go and kind of make connections with other like local breweries, because what they do is they buy these really high quality hops and really high quality ingredients. And what they'll do is they'll squeeze it once and then toss it. But like the stuff they were buying was high quality enough where you could run it through 2 or 3 times and get a nice batch out of it. So he was getting like free hops from all these places because they were like, use them once, toss them out. But what they were paying for was such a high quality. He was like, you can't even find what they're buying on the market. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the stuff he was getting was just a lower quality to begin with. So, but he wasn't paying for most of his ingredients. He was just going over his, I can't think of the name of the spot. It was over in Alexandria. And he was just like, got friends with the bartenders. Hey man, if you guys are tossing it out, just give it to me, man. I want to use it. I just thought about it. I mean, I'm just curious because, you know, I might try it one day. I always think I want to. I just haven't really ever done it. I don't know how many folks are really trying their hand at it, you know?
I think we should try it.
I think with enough people's input who care about it, you can come up with something, you know, can do something decent. Even if it's just like one particular recipe. I think I was telling you, man, my coworker, his cousin is a master brewer at Flying Dog, but he said that what happened was his cousin used to brew at his uncle's house. He's like, I remember back when he started out, he was just doing it in the garage, you know what I'm saying? Always making stuff. One day he made a brew and he took it up there and like gave it to the guys. They loved it so much they hired him on the spot and made him a master brewer. I was like, I need to reach out to that dude. You know, just
Definitely.
But I think a lot of folks just kind of get into it just for the love of it, you know what I mean? And they get good enough to become somebody, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure. B, you looking like you fading, man. If you need to get off here, man, just white flag it, man.
Why you calling me out, big dog?
Oh, man. I'm just making sure you're good, man.
I'm good, man. Yeah, I am fading though.
Yeah, hey, man, it's all good, man.
Yeah,
I love y'all, folk, man.
Love you too, man. Holla at your boy, man.
All right, boss. Take it easy, man. Good seeing you, bro.
Good seeing
Peace.
y'all.
All right, bro.
I feel